Greetings, this is Daniella Monae.
The Breakdown.
Thanks so much for tuning in to The Breakdown. My name is Daniella Monae. I will be your host for the evening. I'm a model, poet, and host. And today we have a great and wonderful guest with us. She goes by Bates. She has a dope performance. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Not only do we have Bates, but we got a dope DJ, the people's DJ. Give it up for DJ Albizness.
Yo, when Beans wrote this song, he was talking about being incarcerated in prison, basically behind a cell block, doing a bid, you know. But I come to tell people today that sometimes the cell block can be in your own home, it can be your own bedroom. And sometimes it ain't a grown man that's talking about that. It can be a kid, 12, 13 years old, 19 years old, going through so much that they can't even really talk about it for real. So we hold these secrets inside our own households. We keep these secrets inside of our bedrooms. So this is my open apology to all the little girls and boys who have to go through some crap like this. Yo. See, I thought that since I went through it, I was keeping y'all safe from what he been doing. I couldn't bear the thought of it being you, and the problem would be solved if I kept refusing. But with me, I was only 9. And disassociation helped me through the times. I didn't understand it, scared to say it then. I felt guilty for the parts I participated in. See, it was something new, I played with something older. And plus it made me feel worn until the game was over. Now it's hard to talk about when you feel like you were buried. And the filthy feelings that you feel keep feeding off the hurting. And I'm wondering if I caused it, yet I couldn't be certain. But the truth can break a lot of hearts, I'm wondering if it's worth it. I hate the memories that pop up inside my head. And I hated waking up to you on the edge of my bed. In order to keep order, I swear not a tear was shed. Cause the way that I was taught, things are better left unsaid. Yeah, nobody knew what happened in that basement. And I ain't know what I was doing, but I knew not to say shit. So now I'm forced to face it. And in the family name, I don't wanna just disgrace it. Don't wanna shame my parents, you know how upheld their name is. Don't wanna end up in them DFS cases. I'm filthy from your touch with all the pressure, I'm silent. I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They praying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious and charming. I say I'm filthy from your touch with all the pressure, I'm silent. I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They praying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious and charming. I never thought pigtails attracted grown men. Like, what kind of sick nigga get aroused by some kids? So I apologize to my niece. I'm sorry for not being brave enough to speak. I would've said something. Lost a sister, got a brother. Yeah, I would've said something. But when his family, you still love him. Yeah, I should've said something. But I didn't say a word. I thought that since I breathed that it could never get to her. And instead it was a virus and the straw was snatching life. I hated sharing beds, but you the first to get some lights. I love you, but I hate you for what I know you had to do. Because the signals and the clues just kept pointing back to you. And nothing you can say can discredit or disprove what ain't talked about, but we both went through. And I did turn cold when you got locked up. And I did see the facts and what they said about Miss Puff. In 10 years plus, arms tucked, feet crossed, trying to block a wanted visitor. Still the day I sleep soft. I heard my niece's story and wanted to kill him for that shit. And I remembered that my parents had already lost Camille, a young man trying to balance all this in her head. And when I finally moved out, I was glad he wasn't there. Cause what happened kept happening, and my silence left the print. But what kind of nigga can find himself a rise by some tears, I'm so sorry, y'all. All the pressure. Hey, I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They preying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious. I say I'm guilty from your touch with all the pressure. Hey, I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They preying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious. Hey, I say I'm guilty from your touch with all the pressure. I'm sorry. I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They preying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious and torment. I'm guilty from your touch with all the pressure. I'm silent. I never had a warning, never let off the siren. They preying on the weak, we gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep. Say I'm guilty from your touch. I never had a warning, never let off a siren. They preying on the weak, you gotta see through the blindness. The demons in your sleep can be precious. I said I'm filthy. Yeah. Said I'm filthy from your touch with all the pressure. I'm silent. Yeah.
Give it up for Babes. Yeah, you done took me through it, girl. Through all the emotions.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to the breakdown and performing. That was definitely dope.
Oh, thank you.
I've actually haven't seen you perform up until your last release for A Strange Woman.
Yeah.
And that was definitely an awesome performance. You did that.
That was fun. That was my first time doing almost all those songs live too, so it was fun.
It was packed up in there.
That was good. I needed it to be.
And that cipher was just like the cherry on the top.
Yeah. It all turned out really good. I was proud of myself for one of those moments where I'm like, you finally did something. Yeah, I really enjoyed myself that night.
Well, I definitely enjoyed myself.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
I want to ask you, so what was it like growing up as Babes?
Well, you know, it was Tammy. Tammy with the pigtails. My parents were like, they were really big on education. So if you got good grades and was good in school, you pretty much get away with anything. If you did not get good grades and you weren't good in school, then you couldn't get away with nothing. Like they are the biggest influence on my life. Period. You know, bigger than music. Part of my music. The reason why I make the music I do, the reason why I pay so much close attention to the detail in my music, why I believe that certain people can say if you allow yourself to have an ear to say anything. So what my parents taught me, like listening to Marvin Gaye, they have this huge music collection. Huge. Of all old school, like anything before like 1990. Anything from about probably 1950 to 1990. They have almost the entire collection of gold and soul oldies. So that's how I fell in love with music. I mean, even when things happened when I was little, like living in Southside St. Louis, it used to be like black at all. It was hella white. So living in Southside St. Louis, it was a tough time because people weren't willing to accept that it was a black family doing good on their block, you know. So it was tough. Everything from crosses being burned in my yard to kids up the street throwing rocks at me, you know. So then when we moved to another only black family in another neighborhood, which is like Merrimack and Gustine. We used to stay by Tiger Park, like right behind Moberbees, and then we moved to like Merrimack and Gustine. Drew swastikas broke into our house. It was just bad. So I developed a different type of perspective on life, but also I had a lot of friends that was white that was cool. So I can't just hate white people, but at the same time it's like I know what they're capable of if they don't like you. So all of that kind of plays into what created me my train of thought.
Well, that definitely plays a part in just like being able to interact with people and being able to know, hey, you know, this is how far I can get with you, this is how far I can get with you.
Right.
You know, just knowing. I want to ask you, so as far as like being Babes, I noticed that in your branding you use the title FemC a lot.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to be a MC? Like, what does it mean?
Female FMC is female MC. It was basically the consolidated version. Instead of saying female rapper, female MC, it's just FMC. I honestly, even though I am a FMC, I try to keep myself from being marketed as a FMC because we don't make as much money as women in hip hop, nor do we get as much exposure as women in hip hop. So I try to like play my cards right to avoid being categorized as a FMC, even though while I still claim and very proud of myself being a woman and the womanhood in general and how much we as women can bring to the table, I still prefer to, like, right now I need to keep guys listening. It's not our fault that we have it so hard, but we have it hard, and if you really want success, you almost gotta like drop your gender if you're a woman. Same thing for gay guys. You can't say you're gay. Women can't say they women. You know, because then they might skip past your song. And I've seen a lot of my fellas do that. I've seen a lot of fellas do that. So.
With like the emergence of like Cardi B, I mean, I know we've had like a lot of MCs way before her. You know, they definitely deserve that respect. But with the emergence of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, but especially Cardi B,
right?
Like, do you think that things will change?
It's too early to speak on how far. I'm always gonna say positive things. Like, yeah, I expect us to be in a better position. I just don't know how fast it's gonna happen. But I think eventually people are gonna realize that the money is with the women. Right now, they don't believe that that's where the money is, but it is where it's at. You know, and the majority of the reason why I'm so successful is that I have a strong female following and a strong male following. You know, it's kind of like half and half. It's either Tyler's whoever. It's kind of like they play tug of war. Who's the most whose bass fans are taking up most of the space. But we got a long way to go. Honestly, we took a bunch of steps back after the Rod Digger, Foxy Brown era. You know, a bunch of steps back where record labels stopped signing women, and the women that were being signed only had one message. And that's all that is, a big step back. And along with like people like Rick Ross saying that he ain't signing women because he might want to jam them, even whether he was playing or not, that was inappropriate to say about women in general. When finally asked that question, this is your answer. You know, Cardi B, I like Cardi B. I like the way she moves. As far as like the attitude that she brings to hip hop, I like it. I like her sound. Not so much as a Nicki Minaj fan, but I like what Nicki brought. But she's more of a pop artist to me than a hip hop artist now. She used to be a hip hop artist, and to me now she's a pop artist. Cardi B's a hip hop artist. So yeah, I think as long as we keep up the good work, Remy Ma coming out, busting, letting people know we got bars, but literally nobody's talking about Rhapsody though, who just dropped a beautiful album, and it's out now pretty much anywhere you can find music, but nobody's talking about that. And it was probably the most artistic album out of the bunch of, and it sounds really good, you know, out of the bunch of those people I just named. So in other words, we have a long way to go because we don't have a Kendrick Lamar side of females rapping. We don't have even a Drake side of women rapping. We have more so only like the Young Thug side of female rap, or maybe who else can I equate the male persona to? I don't know. All I know is we're almost like represented like black people are represented in the workforce. Like, you only got one kind of us that's certain, and the rest of us you ain't really messing with for real. So.
And it is some good like underground.
A lot.
Including you.
It's a lot. It's a lot. You know.
When it comes down to like the mainstream though, it's like Cardi B. Like there's always some type of like negative connotation when it comes down to like, yeah, I listen to her, she illiterate, but yeah, I listen to her or something.
That's because
like
they feel guilty for listening to her.
It's like, why?
So anybody that lays out she's illiterate, that's because they feel guilty if they listen to her. She illiterate, but she dope. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm aware that she's not completely educated to the level that the white people expect her to be educated to, but I listen to her music, so please don't judge me. That's really what they're saying.
I bet you she speaks two languages.
I'm right. Honestly, as long as she can relate the message to people, I believe Cardi B, and I'm rooting for her. I did my own remix. I was the first one I saw doing Cardi B remix, period, and then everybody started doing them. But and made sure I named it. Not a Cardi B did, so wouldn't nobody think I was trying to come forward, because honestly, I like Cardi. She dope.
I have a question. So, as far as like when you first started and now, do you remember your first rhyme? Like one of your first rhymes that you did?
It was called Just Cuz.
Okay.
And I rapped it on the front porch with my cousin Nikki. Me and my cousin Nikki used to, that's how I started really rapping for real, because my cousin Nikki and to me, at that time, she was just doper than me. She didn't follow along, keep on with the career, but like, she's an inspiration to me. It was during the time when Bone was out. Bone was hitting heavy, so like, we definitely latched on to what we knew of Bone, you know, stole our Big Sister CDs and stuff like that to check out Bone's lyrics. And me and her would sit down and write raps in her room with the blue carpet. I would join her toes. That's how I started. That's how I started. Like, first time I ever smoked weed, it was actually high, not fake puffing.
No Quint smoke.
Yeah.
I didn't inhale.
Right.
All right. So, what was your concept with Strange Woman?
Strange Woman, it was a multifaceted concept, and I needed to be that way so I could touch a lot of groups. So it really just started out with me and Courtney talking about the Bible and Strange Woman, which is a biblical term. So I ended up teaching Courtney about some things that were in the Bible, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of a strange woman. I'm like, you know what? Ain't everybody a strange woman? I'm like, you know what? I should make that the next album. Like, literally, I had literally had a complication coming back from Color Folk, because it was like, well, it wasn't a complication. I just say it was a task. I had to do something bigger than For Color Folk, and in order to be bigger, I felt like it had to be different. So Strange Woman kind of left the door open for me to rap about pretty much anything, because how I related to it as a strange woman personally was that people, as far as hip hop goes, people would look at me and put me in a box, especially based on the music that I've made, the conscious type of stuff, but they didn't pay any attention to the stuff I made before Mike Brown got killed, before I made The Great Debates. Like, those two projects before then, it was pretty much, you know, I was with a squad called Heart Asylum, and we had like supercharged, hard hitting heavy hits, like Turn Up, like, or nothing. So I really wanted to go back to that. I felt like I was losing myself. I was listening to some of my old stuff from years ago, and I was like, man, I used to really play with my music. Like, this used to be my style of writing, and I'm like, I'm never gonna go back to this on Strange Woman. And they kind of left the door open because it was such a broad title. So what Strange Woman really means to me is that you couldn't put me in the box at the end of the day. You were able to teeter-totter from whatever side of bait you wanted to have, and to not think that I'm just this one thing, you know. So it was really important. Strange Woman, that makes me so strange, because all of my fans already, they'll play the album and be like, well, we were thinking this, well, that's strange, it's not what it is, you know. And then for the people who just flat out didn't expect me to come like that, like, well, that's strange that she can do that, because most people can't, you know, and actually effectively do it, which is how the album cover came about. I wanted to make sure people knew that this was easy to be.
That's epic.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
So as far as like you in general, do you identify as being a woman?
Yes.
Black?
Yes.
Or an artist first?
I'm black. I'm a black woman. Those two things I cannot ever escape. I am a black woman, and I'm black. But it's a level of importance. When you say black woman, you feel empowered. I'm a black woman. Like, people need to really latch onto that. Like, I'm a black woman. I'm an artist only because I have things to write about, because I'm a black woman. So I'm hella proud of being a black woman. Like, proud to the point where can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm hot-headed when it comes to people trying to tell me something about my black womanness, you know, about my black and about my woman. I'm very sensitive about those things. And even if it was something like any debate that you see me in, it's probably about either being a woman or about being black. I don't have much to talk about. I don't really debate about other stuff. Maybe sometimes I have to deal with the lesbian part. But that's not even, that's honestly the least of my worries. You know, it's a big thing to a lot of people, but to me it's like, it's not in my priorities of what I need to be thinking about right now, you know, or did it ever change? Maybe it's because maybe it's because I was, as a kid, I was never, like a teenager growing up, my parents didn't never treat me like I was anything but a young black girl. They didn't treat me like a young black gay girl. They didn't treat me like I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. Well, my daddy kind of didn't like it, but he never told me he didn't like it. I found out as an adult that back then, why we had those tensions, because he didn't like my sexuality, my choices as to actually act upon my actual feelings. He didn't really like that, didn't understand it. Later on, he did. Thank God he decided to tell me then, because as hot-headed as I was back then, I told him, like, you know what, Daddy, I would. But yeah, me and my parents never treated me no different, so it made a big difference. I didn't have like the church family all over her, and then like the home girl. Well, I did have the home girls and stuff to turn their back on me because they found out about your sexuality. But I didn't have my family in my household or my extended family treat me any different, and that was important.
That's cool that you had that support system.
Yeah, so not like my other friends, like totally different. Like I had girlfriends back then, and they'd be like, my mama just put me on punishment for 3 years because they found out I was talking to you. I'd be like, we don't see each other. Like it used to be bad, so it ain't like it is now. It wasn't like it is now. It was much worse because it was a trend all of a sudden.
Do you feel like that conversation will be something that we won't have to have anymore, or do you think that it'll just be something that's seen as, I don't want to say it, but the norm,
That's not realistic to say. Only way I will be able to say that is if we eradicated Christianity, all the religions. Almost. That's the only way. And I don't agree with that. So ideal view of that subject being like something that's the norm, nah. I think we become more palatable, but the more we become more palatable, the more we face resistance. Like, for instance, it was pushed back because Black Lives Matter, or what a lot of these activist type of grassroots activist type of groups were headed by someone from the LGBT community, or the LGBT community was heavily involved in it. Now I would have to say that fighting for your rights all your life, regardless if it's a race riot or not, kind of made them. I can understand how they landed in that position, but that was just a side note. But really, just looking at how the pushback came from the black community, especially, like for it being LGBTQ people involved in the movement, and then how if it's anybody that likes the same sex or bisexual, whatever the case may be, how they would say that they were basically trying to push a separate agenda than the black agenda. Because you were gay, you could not be black, so you couldn't have black pride and be gay at the same time, because it's against the rules, which are Christian values, which it kind of like wraps around back into a circle of like, wait, what? You just told me don't do this, and then I do this, and then you tell me don't do this, and I do this, and then we back where we started from. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be much hope for that because it seems like the more gay people find themselves inclusive with black gay people find themselves included in the regular black community, the more the regular black community pushes back on the LGBTQ side. I was one of those people that had to argue RP Darren Sills. I had to argue with Darren Sills like every day because of his views on the thing, not necessarily his views, but what he would say. And I would just be like, bro, we were just side by side 7 weeks ago. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you talking about this? I understood what he meant based on his beliefs, so, which is another reason why I don't think it's going to be any better. I think the further along we get, the more we become accepted, the more the resistance becomes a big thing. Much like the more white people marching with us, the more people, all of a sudden the KKK coming out shooting them, rolling them over the cars. You know what I'm saying?
This is going to be first.
Right.
Before.
Absolutely.
Well, that's not very hopeful. No, we can't hope for nothing until we actually see progress. And right now, we taking steps back. We, like I just said about the hip hop,
and women in hip hop, we have not made progress because we have one female rapper when we just came from having 10, 11, 12, 13. We have not made progress because we are accepting gays into our community now. When us as black people, we have not accepted gays. We have not accepted gays in our community. We find every single thing. I know black women who love gay men that literally just would hate for their son to be gay. You know what I'm saying? And not for his safety, just because they don't agree with the lifestyle. You know, they don't even understand the difference between the lifestyle of choice and the way you made. It's too much to think about, and I don't see people trying to think about it. You know, and not to mention they add no extra letters to this. It was just LGBT. It was just gay. That was LGBTQIA. It's a lot to think about, like, to the point where people have to ask me now, do I consider myself a woman? I never had that question. Until this past year, people were like, do you? So, are you, what's to be gender specific? What are you exactly?
It's almost like we should just be accepting of like who we are just in general, just accept the person instead of saying this is what I am, because it's like we shouldn't be putting people in a box in general.
In general, yes, but if a person wants to claim a specific thing, you should respect that.
Yeah.
You should respect that. Don't try to challenge it, because you probably ain't, more than likely you're not that person. So so you don't get to like judge where that person's coming from their perspective. You know, their perspective on life, their experiences are different than yours. You know, but for me, I love the fact that I'm a black woman, and I don't run away from that. I don't add anything to it. If you want to talk about my lesbianism, which is a good conversation to have, I can talk about that. But it's not something I'm running around St. Louis like, rainbow flags. That's something I did when I was 16, 17, you know. And it really was only to let other great girls know that I was gay. It wasn't to be like, ooh, lesbianism. Like, yeah, so I just came from a different perspective, maybe because I saw so much, you know, but, and because my parents didn't make me feel no type of way about myself. It makes a big difference.
Definitely you have that pride and you have that support system.
Right.
Speaking of support system,
hey.
and your team, like, who are some people who are important in your system?
First and foremost, I gotta give it to Courtney. Courtney is my woman, and she has been by my side for the last 2 years consistently. We just celebrated our anniversary on the 20th. She told me, oh, I have an anniversary on the 20th, by the way. I was like, yeah, I know, I requested off for the whole weekend. She's like, oh, okay, making sure. And then she goes and requests off the wrong day, and it was just a whole fiasco, and yeah, anyhow, she got it wrong, not me. Okay, so yeah, she's been by my side. We met through Tell Jesus, and she was doing vocal coordinating when I was doing the Tell Jesus joint.
Hashtag base me.
I hate that hashtag. Oh my God, when she created it, I was like, that is so whack looking. It's not gangster enough for me. But she was like, that's her thing. And it's our thing now. We have an email that says Basty and everything. It's so crazy. I never tell nobody that email. I CC you, Courtney. Like, you're nobody that they see. Nah, but for real, that's my baby. She and I been rocking and rolling, making music together, sharing the same belief system. We are a regular couple who has their tough times. We don't have very many tough times. We have a lot of good times, lots of laughs. We laugh a lot. She is very, very, what's the word I can say for this? She be all over the damn place. What I need, Courtney is like the one person who just watching her is enough entertainment for me. And I always make jokes about her because she just be starting off doing one thing, and if anybody comes for her or if it's Facebook stat, she gets instantly excited. So she moves like and she be all over the place. And I don't see how she be still rolling. It's like, I'm sure you tired by now. You done did like 87 things today. So I love my baby. True on the track is my producer. He is the reason why he actually made the beats to the two songs I performed. Other than that, I have Music Boy on there from Chicago, and E. Haynes, a bunch of other producers on there, but True made like 4 tracks on there. Like the beginning track, the cypher you were talking about earlier, he made that track too. So he made 1, 2, 12, 13, and then one in the middle with Suge Knight with me, T-Dubbo, Kenny Knox, Courtney, and Monk. He is like big brother that is not my big brother. He's like my homie, but also my big brother. I look up to him for. I expect him to be professional and concise and tedious as hell. Dude will hear like one cowbell and come back to it like we need more cowbell. So I love True for that. Jasmine is my publicist. She's due so much credit for all of the different plugs that she's been giving me and just allowing me to really be myself as opposed to just being stuck in this one spot, because I faced a lot of criticism because I was so St. Louis. Now I'm not, and then and it's really because of Jasmine. Other than that, I can say my old squads like Carter Solomon, Explicit, those two, all the guys that were in those squads like really changed the way I view myself as a female artist in hip hop. It changed. It made me know that I could project a certain message just like they can. I didn't have to rap about how a man relates to me all the time, or a lot of women tend to rap only about themselves when it comes to their relationship to a man. Like we hear a lot of relationship songs from women. Nothing as bold as what I was bringing. I had never heard something that me and X maybe was kind of close to being like both. Yeah, X was kind of close to being both. Represent her femininity while also representing, squad and having that rugged edge to her. But not that many. So I honestly thank my squad for me allowing me to like grab pieces of their personalities to help me create myself.
Shout out to Squad. Okay. Also, I have some hot seat questions. We got some hot seat questions.
Oh
yeah.
Hold on, let me get my purple cup.
So I want to ask, like, if you was on an island, I always ask this, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit for you, all right? So if you was on an island,
sexy time,
with 5
Maui
artists, right? You're on the island and you had a lifeboat, right? And you can only save 3, right? And there were 5 people on this island. There was Lil' Kim,
oh god,
Nicki Minaj,
oh god,
Cardi B, Queen Latifah, and Missy Elliott.
Missy.
Okay.
Ooh, I would have to go find Lauryn Hill. Throw her on her. Missy Elliott. Queen, ever since Set It Off, Queen Latifah. I have to have Queen Latifah because she comes with more than just hip hop. Even though she ain't making music right now. She's an asset. Can't have hip hop without Queen Latifah. And I know who's going to drown. I can say that. I got 2 people have to drown. You said Missy, Queen, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Lil' Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Lil' Kim got the only 5 mic female album in The Source. She's also the component that sold the most sex and changed the way people view women in hip-hop forever. And now it's so hard for us to get back on. So if this was 1995, I might tell her to sing. Today, I definitely am going to let Nicki Minaj sing. I'm sorry, Nicki. I loved you, but I didn't love you enough. So, and I'm going to have to go with the real. I'm going to have to let Lil' Kim sing too. I love you, Kim. But both of y'all can go for me. I'll take Cardi B. Wait, maybe Lil' Kim before Cardi B because Cardi B only got 1 song out. Ain't no telling what she gonna do after 10, 20 years. Okay. Can I throw somebody like a little life jacket off the boat? Can I give somebody a life jacket? I gave Cardi B a life jacket. I keep Kim and throw Cardi B a life jacket. Or I keep Cardi B, throw Lil' Kim a life jacket. Okay, well. This is so messed up.
Cardi B got a whole career ahead of her though.
She does, but I mean, what are you gonna do with it though? What are you gonna do with it? I give I give it to her because she the only one that's out of the new generation. So I give it to her to pick up the torch to fix whatever Lil Kim did and Nicki Minaj did. You can fix that because you got the platform. I believe in Cardi B. I believe she can do it and that she will do it as long as she got the right people around her to tell her to support her if she knows good decisions. I feel like she wants to make great decisions, but she has to have the right people around her to support her when she does it. And that's one thing that made me. I didn't have naysayers. Well, I did, but it wasn't like that. I cared. I kept on going. And my automatic squad around me was like, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, I'm saving. It's going to be me, Cardi B, Missy Elliott, and Queen Latifah.
Okay.
We're going to smoke some Dutch on the damn, on the lifeboat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got 5 male artists too.
Y'all gonna be, huh?
You got 5 male artists too.
Oh, I could do that.
Ooh, because
okay.
or plethora.
Okay, so if it was, okay, Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Nas.
Okay.
J. Cole.
Okay.
And, let me see. Let me throw something in there real quick. Young Thug.
Throw something out real quick. As quick as he got in, throw his ass to the left. Throw that thug in a circle. How about that?
Yeah. I think you already know, huh?
Yeah. I take Lauryn all day. Lauryn is probably one of the better out of the 10 that we've named so far. Jay-Z for his business sense. I never was a Jay-Z fan until everybody else was hella whack. Now I'm a Jay-Z fan now, but I wasn't back then. I was more of a pop fan. You kind of forcing me to take Nas or J. Cole. I never really was a Nas fan. I didn't like East Coast rap back then. Okay. It was like, bruh, shut up. I like Benny Siegel.
Okay.
Everybody sound the same to me from the East Coast. Everybody sound like so
a lot of people like Jules though.
I like Jules. I like a lot of people from the East Coast, but not with that same sound. Like you gotta sound different. Like that's the reason why Jay-Z probably be better. I picked Jay-Z before Nas. I like J. Cole. I would listen to J. Cole before I listen to Nas. Even though a lot of my hip hop friends gonna throw a brick at me when they see this.
So we say Nas and Young Thug.
Nas, no, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's sad. No.
He gonna drown together,
him
huh?
and him. Technically, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what you get. The hell wrong with you, boy? No. Much respect to the Poom Poom. But at the end of the day, I'm not a Nas fan. I like Nostradamus. And I never really latched on to Nas like that. When people was listening to Nas, I was listening to like Trick Daddy and Eve. Like Rough Riders was in, and I was just not really on the Nas boat. He said some real stuff though. You know what? I cannot trade If I Rule the World with Lauryn Hill. I can't have Lauryn without Nas. You know what I'm saying? So I need to just. All right, Jay, you can go ahead and go. I'll take Nas. Okay. Yeah, I think that's how it's got to be.
Okay, moment of silence. So for the home.
Dearly beloved, we got here today. Throw the deuces for our fallen rappers who did not live up to my expectations. Amen.
Do you prefer hot sauce, ranch, barbecue sauce, or ketchup?
On what?
Just in general. Like, what kind of mint do you like?
Cheese.
It's a hot seat.
Ranch. A dab of ranch.
Okay. A dab of ranch.
Yes, a dab of ranch. I like hot sauce though. All depends on what we're eating.
Hot sauce go on everything though. Go on your fries.
Well, Courtney ate it on eggs the other day and I almost threw it on my mouth.
Yeah, it works.
It don't work. But you can't. Ranch, you can put it with some of everything that I like to eat. Like pizza, chicken, and salad. Well, other than hot sauce is like chicken and noodles and neck bones. Okay, I gotta have hot sauce. You right. I gotta have hot sauce.
It's like a staple for real.
Yeah, I gotta have hot
ranch
sauce.
too. I don't know. That's
ranch is a staple, but I'd rather have hot sauce. You right. had to think about that. Yep.
And what is Bates? Like, where does that name come from? Like, is that the name that you were born with? Or?
It's Norma Bates at first.
Okay.
I was just talking to so-and-so, the part of the Midwest Avengers, part of the people that put together Slumfest every year. He was like, I didn't even trip off the fact that you was Norma Bates at first, and you are just Bates now. I'm like, yeah, it kind of been that way for 7 years now, but it was really Norma Bates. I didn't know, I honestly God did not know until I watched Bates Motel that Norman Bates, his mother's name was Norma Bates. I did not know that. I thought I was just putting the female version on it. So how I ended up coming up with just Bates was trying to get rid of the female version of that because I was getting pushed back. People would see Norma Bates and put me at the end of their like, when ain't nobody there to see you perform, they had put me there because they saw me as a woman, female rapper, you know what I'm saying? I come in and be like, yo, so when I go, and they'll be like, last, or next to last, and like the worst spots ever. So that helped. And then my homies from Pylon, my homegirl, Jessie, and my homegirl, Ricky, they started calling me Bates instead of Norma. And that's how it came about. I was like, you know what? It's different. Nobody has that, and people don't know what I am, so that it works for me. It's marketable. It was more marketable than Norma Bates.
Good business decision.
Huh?
That's a good business decision.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was either you gonna play my music or you ain't, and you only have a split second for somebody to see your name and be like, I ain't messing with that. You know what I'm saying? So I like the mystery to come with Bates.
Well, I'm thankful that you have came to the interview and you performed.
This
you
is
definitely
awesome.
threw down and shared with us.
This is awesome. Totally different than the other interviews that I have. So yeah, I enjoyed every bit of this.
Awesome. So tell everyone where they can reach you at, because I know they want to hear their music. They want to hear Strange Woman and all you got.
And the words
Great
of
debates.
Yes. You can beat me now, one to call me on my cell phone. No, I'm just playing. Can't beat me no more. This is 2017. No more beepers. It's kids out here. They don't even know that beepers ever existed. They don't know what low cell mean. They think that's their cousin. Like, Daddy, all the time I saw low cell. I thought it was my cousin. But
they ain't ready.
Nah, they ain't. But you can reach me. My website is bates-stl.com. You can reach me for booking Bates Bookings at Gmail. That's for any inquiries about shows or features or stuff like that, interviews. Everything is Bates STL. Even my Facebook page, go like me. Please, if you see this, follow me on Spotify. If you type in Bates in my latest album, Strange Woman, you can find that on Spotify. The Great Debates, all this stuff you can just Google. You type in Bates in the name, The Great Debates, Bates and The Color Folk, Bates and Strange Woman. It'll pop right up into your search engine, and you can find me anywhere. But my album's literally everywhere, so you can check it out.
Thanks so much for tuning in to The Breakdown. I am Daniella Monae, and have a great day, and stay tuned.
Buried the rose, learned from the OGs that told me that everything glitter ain't gold. Gave me the road that everybody wanna have at the same time, don't wanna let go. But I'm cool on the mode, that's all my soul. Bounce on the ticket, about to explode. Playing it nice, won't do it twice. Negative energy giving me life. Go get out of my life. Like bop. Hey, that's how I'm feeling right now. Hands hella full, I've been holding my ground. I'm so sick of this shit. That's what my joints are worth listening in. Spent hella while like I'm speaking this bitch. Yelling out all like I'm speaking this bitch. If you speaking about that, then I'm speaking about this. It's like nothing can save you.